Alright, so let's start by stopping. And either have the legs long on the mat, or if there's any problems with the lower back, then have the knee bent. And just take some time to arrive and settle. And just feel the support of the ground underneath you. And feeling supported. And listen to the body and do what feels right during the practice. The eyes lightly closed if that feels comfortable. And tune into the natural qualities of the in-breath and the out-breath. And just notice that feeling of the breath in the body. Notice any clinging or gripping in the muscles. Allow the mind to soften, which allows the muscles to soften. The inhalation is vitality that we breathe into the body. This exhalation with its sense of release. So maybe noticing that as you breathe in, that the belly rises, the subtle sensations in the belly. And as you breathe out, the navel draws back towards the spine. So feeling that life force moving through the body. The ujjayi breath, the ocean breath of the throat. Where the tongue sits on the roof of the mouth. The throat closes slightly. The face softens and relaxes. The jaw softens and relaxes. And to soothe the nervous system, we develop the out-breath. So as that navel drops back towards the spine, just begin to develop, lengthen the out breath. That sense of release and grounding. And as we shape the breath, we begin to shape the mind. Sense of presence. Sense of arriving. Softening. Sense of space. Let's take one more breath in this way. And begin to waken up the physical body by raising both arms up in front of the chest and interlacing the fingers. Turn the palms up towards the sky. And if the shoulder girdle allows, take the arms back overhead. Have the legs long. And point the toes away from you and point the toes towards you. Spreading the toes, opening the joints, beginning to open up the nerves of the body. Long out breath again. Tendencies to lose the out breath when we're rushing or have lots on our mind. And then we take the arms back down beside the body. And we're going to work during this practice with developing that out breath. But we'll begin with a very simple movement which we'll do together. And we'll do it slowly. And we inhale and we bring that right knee in towards us. Pause there. Exhale. Bring the head up towards the knee. Slide the hands forward. Inhale, lower the head. Relax the neck. And exhale, release the leg. Pause. Other side. Inhale, left knee in. Exhale. Head to knee. Inhale. Lower the head. And exhale. Release the leg. And just go again in this way. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Stay with the breath. Begin to create some fire in the belly. Let's take one more round in this way. Notice the pauses between the breaths. And when you release the left leg, turn the palms uppermost in Shavasana. And inhale deeply into the belly. And exhale. Exhale completely. And again, grounding and soothing the nervous system as you breathe out. Hey. Okay. And then clasp the hands underneath the back of the head. Allow the right knee to come in towards you. Allow the left knee to come in towards you. And we're going to work across the body, again thinking about that fire in the belly. So raise the head up if the neck allows. Take the left elbow to the right knee, extend the left leg long, center. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. And just work in that way, back of the waist, in contact with the ground. If the neck complains, replace the head back down onto the mat. Take one more round in this way. And then when you've completed, drop the feet down, release the arms down beside you. Return the breath back into the belly and just circle that lower back. Easing out any build-up, any friction in the lower back. And again, that movement, that waking up of the belly. And then the opposite direction. Notice the tendency to hold the out-breath here. Long out-breath. Good. Let's do one more circle in this way. And then pause. Drop into the back of the body again. Notice any gripping in the muscles. Breathe out that gripping. Hey. Out through the mouth makes it a little bit more strong. Good. And then bring the right knee in towards you. Left knee in to meet it. Just pause in Uppanasana. And again, allow the out breath to release through the lower back. So any holding, any gripping in the lower back. Just allow the thighs to come towards the belly, shoulders to be relaxed. Breathing out. And then hold around the right knee and allow the left leg, extend the left leg up as if you were planting the sole of the foot on the ceiling. And then begin to circle that ankle and just notice the sensations. So you're feeling it, you're not thinking about it. Feeling the sensations in the ankle. And then the other way. Waking up the toes. Encouraging the heel to be a little bit higher on the toes. And then pausing in the center, inhale, and as you breathe out, lower the leg down and away. Inhale to raise. Exhale, extend into the heel. Twice more in this way. Again, developing that out breaths and that long out breath. And then when you're ready, bringing that left knee in towards you, pause here. And then holding around the left knee and slowly that right leg emerges from the belly, encouraging the heel to be higher on the toes. And then that circling of the ankle. And just gently notice sensations, any restrictions, any tightness in the ankle. And the other way. Just notice how it feels. And then pause, inhale into the belly, exhale, extend the heel away as you lower the leg. Use the in-breath to raise. Use the out-breath to lower. Again, developing that out-breath. Navel drops back towards the spine at the end of the out-breath. And the next time that you raise the leg up, back into Uttanasana, both knees in towards the chest, just a little roll from side to side maybe. Just notice how it feels in the back body. The arms very soft and relaxed. And then center. Just tune into how it feels. Sensations. Tune into the stillness. And do a little bit of work on the hips, so plant the feet on the mat. And just slowly inhale into the belly, and as you breathe out, drop the right knee to the side and center. And the left knee to the side and center. And as you continue in this way, the development of that out-breath allows that deeper release from the groin. And then when you've completed that equally on both sides, bring the soles of the feet together. And just come into square arms, like cactus arms. If the knees complain, bring the feet away from the groin. Just have a sense of the quality of opening, dropping into the back of the body. Breath in the belly. And again, that long out breath. Yay. One more together in this way. And release the arms down beside you, plant the feet on the mat. And come into half stirrups. This is where you may need your strap. Bring the right knee in towards you. And hold the outside of the right foot. And encourage the right knee towards the right armpit. Just begin to open up the right side of the body. And if it feels okay to do so, extend the left leg long, so the back of the left knee drops down. If that feels as though there's any pulling, then bend that left leg. So listen to what feels right here. Using the out breath to encourage the knee down towards the ground. Good. Let's take one more breath here. And then we turn that right knee in towards you. Give the right knee a hug. Plant the foot on the mat. And just windscreen whack the knees from side to side. Stay with the breath. The quality of release. And then the other side. Bring the left knee in towards you. Have your strap or your hand around the outside of the left foot. And as we develop that out breath, the muscles kind of just naturally begin to lengthen. So there's no striving here. It's just a sense of releasing from the muscles, which allows that opening down through the left side. Maybe the right leg extends long, but again, if that feels like there's any pulling in the lower back, then you can always bend that right leg. Good. Breathing out. And then into full stirrup. Have your strap around the soles of your feet. And just gently again encourage that quality of opening, the shoulders nice and soft. Hey. And then maybe a little bit of rocking from side to side if that feels okay. dropping into the back of the body, front of the body soft and open. And then bring the knees towards you, give the knees a hug. And just gently open the knees and hold the lower legs so the weight of the arms come down to the inside of the legs. Just notice how that feels. Breathing into any tightness, any gripping. Hey, breathing out. Ooh. Shoulders soft, face relaxed. Okay. Take one more breath here. And then bring the hands to the outside of the knees. Bring them back in towards the chest into Uttanasana. Just pause here momentarily. Notice how the lower back responds. And then drop the feet down onto the mat, semi-supine. You might choose to bring the knees together here to counter that opening. As you drop into the back of the body. Movement of the breath in the belly. The spark of energy that moves through you. That prana. Current of vitality and aliveness. That we so easily overlook. And then coming up to sit in a cross-legged position, either rolling up and sitting on your block or your blanket. You choose to. Nice upright spine. A little bit of kapalabhati, a little bit of fire breath in the belly here. And this is where we breathe in through the nostrils and we have that brisk out breath. So we'll do it a few times to make sure the nostrils are nice and clear. So we inhale. And create this heat, this agni in the belly. Do as much or as little as feels okay. And then we're going to include the shoulders. So as we inhale, we bring the shoulders up towards the ears, and as we take that brisk exhale, we drop the shoulders down. So it's a and then slowing that down, good. And just pausing there. And just looking down over the cheeks, the surface of the cheeks to create some length through the back of the neck. And then take the hands out to the side onto the fingertips. And have that sense of length through the back of the body. And then bringing the arms up and interlacing the fingers, turn the palms up towards the sky. And as you lengthen up into the heels of the hands, drop down into the sitting bones so you feel that length through the lower back. So there's like a moving in both directions. There's an upward movement and a downward movement. And then we're going to take that into a twist to your right side. So we inhale and then we exhale to the right side, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, center, raise the arms, interlace the fingers as you breathe in. And exhale to the opposite side. Center, as you breathe in, interlace, lengthen, exhale. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. One more round in this way. Inhale, And exhale. Out. And exhale. This time we center, place both hands on the knees, take the right hand down, bring the left arm up and over, open up the left side of the body, looking up into that crease of the elbow, drop the left knee down, maybe the right elbow softens. Feel that space between the ribs, feel the muscles between the ribs begin to open. Deep inhale, come up. And the other side, take the hand up and over. If the neck doesn't like it, then just keep the gaze forward. Maybe soften through the lower elbow. Lift and open it. Good. And then return. Bring the soles of the feet together. Maybe the Baddha Konasana. Soften through the knees. Open up through the groin. Those working more strong, just bring the hands down, soft forward gaze, without rounding the back body, so as if the belly comes forward and the collarbones are nice and wide here. And again, there's that sense of opening, this quality of opening through the front body. Okay. Slowly bring the hands back towards you and bring the knees in towards you and come into universal leg where the feet come up from the mat. So you're sitting, you're kind of perched on your sitting bones. And then drop the feet down and extend them long in front of you for Paschimottanasana. And again, as we develop that out breath, point the toes towards you, inhale, lengthen up, looking up between the hands, and the belly comes first as we develop that out breath. Maybe the knees are soft as you gaze beyond the toes. And then inhale, come up. And again, we're just going back into that forward bend. Exhale, belly comes. Knees can be soft if they need to be. Develop the out breath. It's all about the out breath. Inhale up and exhale. One more round in this way. Inhale up, lengthen and open, and exhale. And just pause here, just soften here. Soften the upper body. And again, as you breathe out, you empty out. There's that sense of the front of the body coming towards the legs, little toes moving towards you. You might choose to hold the big toes if that feels okay. If not, just have the hands. Let go of the head. Let go of this sense of coming from the head. Come from the belly. There's no striving. And from here, inhale, come up. Take the hands behind you and point the hands towards you. We're just going to counter that by pressing into the hands, lengthen through the arms, and lift the hips up and look towards the toes, drawing the shoulder blades in towards the spine. And then drop down, swing the legs round to come into Vajrasana, sitting back on the heels of Vajrasana. And in Vajrasana, place the palms so they're facing uppermost. Close the eyes down and just pause here in Vajrasana. And allow the crown of the head to rise upwards, dropping into the tailbone. Modify if you need to. But feel the spine lengthening, feel the space in the belly. Okay. Tune into the quality of the breath. And we'll do a little bit of work on the arms. So bring the right hand down so the right hand is supported. We'll circle that left arm, inhale up and back, 3 times in each direction. And then the other way. we're looking to get that full range of movement in the arm. And the other side, plant the hand down to support you. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Okay. And then pause here, plant both hands down, lift and open the chest. And then we'll place the left hand on the outside of the right knee, right hand behind you. Turn to gaze over the shoulder. Keep lengthening up through the spine so the crown of the head moves up. And then center, and then the other side. And again, as you develop the out-breath, it deepens that twist, it deepens that rotation through the spine. Okay. And then slowly come back. Plant the fingers down as you tuck the toes under. And then come to sit back on the heels. And just notice how that feels to drop into the feet in this way. Keep the collarbones nice and open, so again that sense of the crown of the head moving uppermost. Okay, gaze is forward. And then bring the hands down, just tap the toes. And if you're able to, keep the toenails facing the ground as you come up into high kneeling. Clasp the hand under behind the back of the head so the elbows come out to the side. Then we're going to turn first of all to your right side. So we inhale, exhale to the right, looking towards the back elbow, and then center, exhale. Again 3 times each side. And then when you center, release the hands and allow them to rise up. It's a gentle backward bend here. And then as we come forward, the palms face towards the wall behind you, and then one palm comes on top of the other onto the lower back as the head comes down. So we inhale all the way up, bring the hands up. And then the opposite hand on top as we exhale and return into child pose. So 2 more rounds in this way. Inhale up, reach and exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale up, that pause at the end of the inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale up, lengthen through the front, and exhale. And then release the arms down beside you as the forehead comes down into child. And just pause here. And to open up the back body. Relax the arms. You're taking the breath into that space between the shoulder blades. And that pulse of life that moves through you. And then swing the right arm forward, swing the left arm forward into cat. Spread the fingers, press into the fingers. Inhale, drop the belly. Again, as we develop that out breath, navel draws back towards the spine. You might choose to include a Mula Bandha here, where you draw up through the pelvic floor muscles at the end of the exhale. As if you're locking the breath out. Just begin to feel that opening between the vertebrae of the spine. And to wake up the spine. Take one more round in this way together. And then from here, have the gaze forward, so it's like a neutral tabletop. Take the right leg back, tuck the toes under, come onto the ball of that right foot, and just gently encourage the heel down towards the ground. To open up the back of the knee. So we get a lot of lymph that builds up in the back of the knee, so it's helpful to really open up that space. And then we're going to come into a side opener where we slide that right foot behind the left, keeping in contact with the ground, root down into the underlying hand as we raise the arm up. And just gaze up towards the fingers. And that sense again of opening, collarbones nice and wide, soft gaze, and then lower the hand and return the knee. Other side, take the left leg back, tuck the toes, gaze is slightly forward. Again, developing the out-breath to encourage the heel towards the ground. Pressing into the fingers to work into the joints. And then slide that hand behind the leg. And gently encourage that opening into the side of the body. And gazing up to the fingers. And again, as you develop the out-breath, there's more of a sense of opening here. Okay. And then slowly lower the hand down. Return the knee. A little bit of work on the shoulders. Bring the right hand to the outside of the head, just above the ear. Inhale, look up to the elbow. Exhale, bring the elbow to the crease of the opposite elbow. So we inhale up and we exhale. Inhale up and exhale. One more time on this side. Inhale up and exhale. Other side, turn the hand, left hand up, inhale, open, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. One more time here, inhale, and exhale. Plant both hands down. Begin to transition into your downward dog. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up. Just allow the knees to hover so the weight is established in the hands. Inhale into the belly, and as you exhale, move into your downward dog. Navel back towards the spine at the end of the exhale. Inhale, drop down onto the knees. Release the hands, long arm child pose. Just take a few resting breaths here. Okay. And then again, to develop a little bit of fire in the belly, come up onto all fours. Take the right leg back. Take the hands a little bit wider than the shoulders. Inhale, bring the right foot up as if it was coming to the back of the head. And then exhale, head to knee. Inhale, lengthen through the front of the body, and exhale. Twice more on this side. Inhale, and exhale. Other side, drop the right knee down, left leg back. Inhale, and exhale. Keep pressing into the hands. Develop that out breath. And then drop the knee down. Bring the arms down as if we're coming into forearm cat. Inhale, drop the belly as you gaze forward. And exhale to round. Inhale. And out. One more time in this way, inhale. And then from here, from forearm cat, we're moving into forearm plank. So the gaze is slightly forward. We extend the right leg back, tuck the toes under. We extend the left leg back, tuck the toes under. And we hover above the mat. And then we slowly drop the front of the body down and raise it up. And down and raise. And down and raise. Final time, down and raise. And then we lower the whole of the body down onto the ground into Sphinx. Modify the arm position if you need to. And the gaze is forward. Just pause here in your Sphinx. Make sure that the arms are not too close together, so the collarbones are nice and wide. Yeah, feel that release through the front of the body. From the tailbone, we're going to turn to gaze over the right shoulder. So very slowly that process, moving up through the spine. Just gradually gazing over the right shoulder as if you were looking back towards the toes. And then center. And then the other side. Working into the lower back. And then center. And pause in the center. If the lower back allows, bring the right heel towards the right buttock. Slowly pause. Exhale to lower. Left heel. And lower. Both heels come in, if that feels okay. Draw on the arms as the crown of the head moves up. Again, for that release through the belly. Good. And then from here, lower the legs and move into child pose. So bring the hands towards you. Come up onto your knees. Take the arms either side of the body. Forehead down. And take some breaths. Cat dog vinyasa. So we come up into our cat, a tabletop. Inhale, drop belly, collarbones nice and wide. Exhale, tuck the toes, press into the hands, come up into downward dog, navel back towards the spine. Inhale, drop down, drop the knees, release the hands, long arm child. And just look forward towards the hands and come up onto the fingertips of the hands, so the tulip hands, and sense that opening in the upper body. And then back to our cat dog vinyasa. Inhale. Tuck the toes. Exhale. Inhale. Release the toes. Exhale. Gaze forward. Come up into tulip hands. This time when we come up into downward dog, soften the right knee, lengthen through the left side of the body. Soften the left knee, lengthen through the right side of the body. Once more in this way. And then from here into plank. And then slowly lower the front of the body down. Crown of the head moves up, hanging cobra. And then the belly takes you back into downward dog. One more round in this way. Plank. Drop the belly. And then back into into downward dog. Hang out in your downward dog. And then either walk the feet towards the hands or bring one foot between the hands, opposite foot, into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Just pause in your standing forward bend. And then soften the knees and slowly roll up. And come up to stand. Good. Stand nice and tall. Tadasana. Root down through the feet. Return the breath into the belly. Develop the out breath, which allows that lengthening up through the spine. And by developing the out breath, we have a sense of grounding. Good. Interlace the fingers at the bottom of the back. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades in towards the spine as you raise the arms, and exhale to lower. Twice more. Inhale up and lower. Inhale up and lower. Good. Release the hands, shake the hands out. Cat. Soften the knees, bring the hands just on top of the thighs, pointing inwards. Inhale, hollow. Exhale, navel draws in towards the spine. Again, you can use the Mula Bandha here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come up to stand. Bring the hands forward. Left arm underneath the right. Just draw it across the front of the body towards that left side, and then centre and across. And then when you return, take the feet a little bit wider. Just come into Chakrasana, where we swing the arms. And just begin to feel that loosening through the upper body, from the ground upwards. And the eyes at horizon level, so notice if the tendency of the eyes is to dip. Okay. And then centre. And we bring the feet hip distance apart, and we'll come into our balance posture, which is our holy fig tree. And this is where the gaze is forward, and the right arm comes beside the right ear. Right arm beside the right ear, left arm out to the side. We take the left foot back and we come onto the toe of that left foot. And as we gaze forward, maybe just raise the left foot up and then lower. Inhale up and lower. Inhale up and lower. Good. Release the hands. Take the weight from one foot onto another. And then the other side. With the hand beside the ear. With the right arm out to the side. Take the right leg back. Come onto the toes of the right foot. Lengthen through the body. Gaze is forward. Soft gaze. Soft jaw. You can keep the toe in contact with the ground if you choose to. But if you're taking it further, you're raising that toe up and lower. Inhale, take the foot behind you and lower. One more time, inhale and lower. Release the hands, bring the hands to the heart. Come forward on the mats. Close the eyes down. Tune into that sense of stillness. Again, feel the vibrancy in the body, the spark of aliveness. And standing vinyasa. Inhale, raise the arms up. Pause, exhale, forward bend. Pause, inhale halfway. Out through the mouth. Inhale up. Arms bring you all the way up. And hands return to the heart. Twice more in this way. Stay with the breath. Turn the hands back to the heart where the in-breath meets the out-breath. And then we'll lunge with the left leg. So same vinyasa, inhale. Left leg back, find the ground, looking forward. A little bit of motion backwards and forwards. Back leg floats up. Step the feet, line up the hands and the feet. Soft knees, inhale from the ground upwards. And exhale, hands to the heart. Right side. Looking forward, collarbones wide. A little bit of motion backwards and forwards, back leg floats up. Step the feet, forward bend, soft knees, inhale up. And hands to the heart. We're going to repeat that, and from that lunge, moving into Virabhadrasana 1 and 2, and a soft warrior, but we'll do it together and we'll do it slowly. So tune into the breath. When the in-breath arrives, inhale, exhale, inhale, slow the left leg finds the ground, flat back foot that turns out slightly. Inhale, come up 50-50 through the feet into warrior 1. Lift and open the chest, soft forward gaze, breaths in the belly. Into warrior 2. So we drop the left hand into warrior 2. Gaze at the nail of the middle finger of the front hand. Back foot turns out slightly, so you can always modify the feet. Knee in line with the ankle. Turn the front palm up. Back hand goes down into the back leg. And as you bring that front hand up and over, just gaze to the crease, inner crease of the elbow, or to the hand. And in windmill, front hand comes down, back hand follows. Frame the foot with the hands, and then again bring the back foot to meet the front foot. Forward bend, inhale up, and exhale, Hands to the heart. Right side, inhale. That back foot turned out slightly. Inhale, arms bring you up. Warrior one. Encourage the right leg forward. Front knees bent over the ankle. Gaze is soft. Right hand drops down into warrior two. Modify the back foot. Front knee bent. Gaze at the nail. So again, that quality of opening through the front of the body. Turn the front palm up. Back hand down. Lift and open the side of the body. Looking up to the front arm. Crease of the elbow. Or to the hand if the neck allows. And then lower that front hand, just come into your wide stride. So swivel the feet to face forward. Place the hands on the backs of the hips and just slide the hands down the back of the legs, all the way down to the ground. And inhale, slide the hands back up again. Just coming up to the hips, flat back looking forward. And exhale down. And this time release the hands down onto the mat or onto your blocks, so you're bringing the ground up towards you. Hey. Again, at the end of the out breath, the navel draws in towards the spine. Let go of the arms. Breathing out, let go of the shoulders, strong legs, strong through the feet. Yeah. And then from here, walk the hands just a little way forward and heel toe the feet together so you come to the centre of your mat. And you come down into a squat. Plant the left hand down, bring the right arm up. Look up to the right hand. Bring the right hand down, left arm up. And then from here, turn the feet so they face the front of your mat and come down onto your back into your semi-supine position. And have the arms out to shoulder level for your spinal twist. Palms can be down or they can be up, depending on how the shoulders respond. Knees together, ankles together. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, knees to one side, head opposite direction. Inhale, center. And exhale. Again, as you continue in this way, developing that out breath so the navel draws back towards the spine. Allow the top hip to rise up. When you've next taken the knees over to the left side, return back into the center. And separate the feet and return the arms back down beside you with the palms down. Pause. Feel centered. Breath returns back down into the belly. And because we're thinking about developing the out-breath in this session, we'll finish with a backward bend of the bridge, which will include the raising and the lowering of the arms. So give to the feet, have them hip distance apart. Inhale, take the arms back and over so that the backs of the hands come towards the ground. Pause here, lifting the hips. And then as you breathe out, the head and the knees come together. Long out breath. And just work with that in your own time. Again, that quality of opening through the front of the body. That sense of emptying out at the end of the out breath. And the next time that you bring the head and the knees together, pause there. And drop the head back down. Just take some breaths in Upanasana. And turn the feet back down onto the ground. And take some breaths. And then come up to sit. For your pranayama practice, come up and sit cross-legged. You have everything you need for your relaxation. So we'll work with a version of Nadishodhana where we start with the left nostril and we breathe in and out through the left nostril for a count of 5. So we bring the hands up, we close the right nostril with the thumb, index finger, thumb, palm facing uppermost, nice upright spine, make sure you're comfortable. Close the right nostril, inhale for a count of 5 through the left. The brow center, exhale out for a slow count of 5. 3 rounds in this way. Inhale. Beginning to open up that left channel. Exhale. Slow, steady count. And then closing that left nostril, when you're ready, opening the right nostril. Inhale for 5, exhale for a count of 5. 3 rounds in this way. Slow, steady breath. And you've completed your 3 rounds of 5 with the right nostril. Close the right nostril. Inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale, exhale brisk. So it's a inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale brisk. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale brisk. Close the left, open the right, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale brisk. Twice more in this way. Soften the shoulders. You've completed through the right nostril, release your hands, and then through both nostrils. So we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale brisk. Inhale, exhale, inhale, brisk. Final round. Return to your natural breath. And then slowly lie down. So come onto your backs for your relaxation. Return the breath back to the belly. And in this relaxation, we're going to take the body into a more dynamic phase of tightness, so that when we release it, it releases more deeply. It's very simple. And we'll begin with the right arm and the right hand. So we bring the arm and the hand just a little way up from the mat, and we clench the fist, and we tighten all the muscles, and we squeeze, and we squeeze, and we squeeze, and then we flop it back down and release. And on the left side, we raise the left arm a little way up from the mat, we clench the fist, and all of the muscles we tighten, that gripping sensation through the arm, and we squeeze, and we squeeze, and we squeeze, and then we release. And then the right leg, we raise the right leg up, we curl the toes under, we tighten all of the muscles in the right leg, and the thigh, around the knee, and we squeeze, and we squeeze, and we squeeze them, and then we drop the leg down. And we release. Left side, left leg comes up a little way up from the ground. We tuck the toes under. Tighten all of the muscles as best as we can. And we squeeze, and we squeeze, and we squeeze, and we squeeze, and then we release. And then the face. Tighten around the eyes and the jaw and the throat and the cheeks. Really tighten Tighten and tighten and squeeze and squeeze. And then release. And then the whole of the body, up the toes, keep the body in contact with the ground, just tighten all of the muscles through the face, the belly, the abdomen, the thighs. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and tighten them as if you couldn't tighten any tighter. And then release, release, and release. And as you breathe out, with that slightly longer out breath, relax the toes and the feet. As you breathe out, relax the legs, around the knees, thighs, and the hips. And with each out breath, there's a sense of releasing a little bit deeper, a little bit further. Release the belly and all the organs of the belly. Breathe out and relax the shoulders, the arms, the elbows. As you breathe out, relax the fingers and the thumbs. Relax the throat and the jaw. Relax the cheeks. Relax the sides of the eyes. Allow the forehead to soften and widen. Just drop into the back of the body. All of the goodness of the practice imbued into the cells and the muscles as you rest effortlessly. May I be peaceful and happy. May all beings be happy. Begin to start to slowly reawaken the physical body. Begin to wake up the toes and the feet. And maybe circle the ankles and wake up the fingers and the hands. And as you roll over onto your side, just roll onto your right side, bring the left hand underneath the cheek, the right cheek. Just pause there momentarily. slowly coming up to sit. Yeah. Namaste.